Hello, everyone, and thanks for coming back to our show. We are going to talk about the most recent and shocking events in the ongoing Daystar TV scandal today. At the start of this fight, Jonathan and Susie Lamb talked about what they thought were lies their late parents, Marcus and Joni Lamb, had told. This subject has taken yet another unexpected turn since then. In the beginning, big news outlets and websites kept reporting on the problem, and new information kept coming out regularly. Which fact shocks you the most? It has been said that Netflix wants to make a documentary about the friendship between Jonathan and Susie. On the other hand, this claim is being pushed back against in a number of places. Now, YouTubers who have talked about this story are being punished with smear campaigns and other forms of threats being said to be used against them. Third, Melanie Contreras, who used to work at Daystar TV, was recently interviewed by Julie Roys of The Roys Report. As the conversation went on, Contreras shared shocking new details about Marcus Lamb's long-term affair and the cover-up that followed. This should all be broken down. As of late, someone who used to use Twitter told the world that Jonathan and Susie Lamb had been contacted by Netflix, a big streaming service, about making a documentary about their experiences and the accusations against their parents. This news made people both excited and angry about the situation. The person said, fun fact, even though Joni Lamb told Susie Lamb that she has no platform other than the one she gave her and would take it away. Take note of the following. Even though Daystar's CR team says no one is interested in the story anymore, in the last 3 days, a director and a senior producer for Netflix met with Jonathan and Susie Lamb to talk about the possibility of filming their documentary. Many thanks. A lot of people had things to say about the news, but someone who supports Jonathan and Susie thinks this is a big win because it will bring even more attention to their claims and maybe even put pressure on the police to do something. A documentary backed by Netflix could get more attention, confirmation from the media, and the chance that people who helped cover up what happened would be caught and punished. Skeptics, on the other hand, quickly shot down the story. The person who made the claim was thought to be connected to Rachel Lamb's troll account. They replied, "Candy Chan, you know this isn't true. An independent film company that works with Netflix might be looking into something, even if everything is fine. However, your claim that Netflix tried to get in touch with Jonathan and Susie Lamb is just another one of your exaggerated claims meant to get people excited." This makes people wonder if Netflix is directly involved or if this is an independent artist trying to get a deal with Netflix to distribute their work. There is still a lot of interest in the Daystar scandal. Even though no one knows the whole truth, important news outlets are paying attention to it. Another unexpected turn has been made in this drama, and it has to do with the anger shown toward YouTubers who have reported on the Daystar episode. A popular YouTuber called Torn Curtain, who is known for being one of the loudest critics, recently said that he is being targeted by well-known figures in the Christian media industry. In his newest video, Torn Curtain says, "They are trying to hide the fact that I exposed the Daystar TV Joni Lamb Mafia. A lot of you know that I've been writing about pretty big issues in the charismatic church, involving people like Daystar, Mike Bickle, Aisha PKC, Robert Morris Gateway Church, and Rick Joyner, Morningstar Ministries. It seems like every week in 2024 there is a new church incident. It hurt my bones to do something. Even though I didn't want to write these stories, the church needs to be cleaned out of bad things." He then says that powerful people with ties to Daystar are now supposedly trying to bring him down. According to the information Torn Curtain gave, he and his friends have been harassed by an unknown social media account. He thinks that Rachel Lamb runs the account and Daystar backs it up. His ministry name has been used to make fake accounts that have spread false information about him. People are looking for personal information about him, like old pictures from decades ago, in order to reveal him. Several organized efforts to spread false information about him and his friends are being made, including ones by Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson and Ohio for Freedom. Even after all of these attempts, Torn Curtain is still defiant. "My evidence has been shown in public more than once. It took me 5 years to get back in touch with the Lord and the church. At that time, my divorce took place. I've made whole movies about this subject. Everyone already knows about all of my trash. I wasn't working in the church at that time. But these leaders were accused of serious things while they were still in the government, and many of them still haven't said they're sorry. To scare me with your idea is not going to work. It's not going to work. In another surprising turn of events, Melanie Contreras, who used to work at Daystar TV, was interviewed by Julie Roys of The Roys Report. The talk went on, and Melanie revealed some scary new details about Marcus Lamb's long-lasting affair and the cover-up that happened in the ministry afterward. Melanie's husband used to be the head of information technology at Daystar. He talked about how he found out that Marcus Lamb was having an affair with a woman who worked at a network station. Melanie and her husband had to figure out how to handle the fact that both of them were breaking their marriage vows. In order to find their way, they talked to Fred and Anna Kendall, who were their spiritual teachers and the founders of a ministry called Life Languages. On the other hand, Melanie says she was gaslighted and harassed instead of being held responsible for what she did. It took Marcus cheating on Joni, so she and Marcus went to the Kendalls for marriage counseling to restore their relationship. On the other hand, they didn't have any official credentials or a license. As someone who worked with them for a number of years, I saw personally the unethical things they did. After going to the Restore conference and hearing other survivors' stories, Melanie finally decided to speak out, even though she'd been quiet for many years. She felt bound to speak up so that she could help other people who had been abused emotionally or spiritually get better. The story she told shows a horrible pattern of lying, abusing power, and covering up things that happened at Daystar, a church that is still being criticized and involved in controversies. In yet another show that shed more light on the situation, Melanie finally admitted that Fred and Anna Kendall not only failed to save her marriage, but they also helped it fall apart. Melanie says that the Kendalls taught her husband how to treat her badly and control her instead of being kind. Her husband participated in psychological abuse, made threats, and took more control over the family's assets while under the influence of Fred Kendall. Melanie saw Fred Kendall use the same methods to control his own wife. He controlled everything about her, from what she ate for dinner to how she dressed. Her life went through a scary event, and Fred got angry and physically threatened her. During counseling sessions, confidential information was shared with Daystar TV workers, including Joni Lamb. This is what led to Melanie being fired from her job with the ministry. The story she tells shows how religious power can be abused, and she hopes that other people will be able to spot unhealthy spiritual environments and leave them. There is still a lot more to the Daystar story to come. If Netflix goes ahead with the documentary, it could bring even more attention to the incident. Concerns are being raised about the lack of openness and responsibility in Christian media groups as the backlash against YouTubers who report on these events grow. Now that new information about Marcus Lamb's secret life has come to light, the levels of lying in Daystar TV seem even deeper than we thought. Do you have any ideas? Is it okay for Netflix to make a series about what happened with Daystar? Should people try to silence YouTubers who talk about corruption, or are these actions a sign that the truth is finally coming out? Feel free to tell me what you think in the area below. Not only that, but always remember to stay alert and pray. God bless you until we meet again.